Get ready for sports, news, and entertainment. All right here, your 7 minutes with Simmons starts right now.
Has anybody had a filled pierogi before? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Are you familiar? Not a regular pierogi, not one with potatoes and cheese or bacon, something that you lather sour cream on top of. I'm not talking about that kind of pierogi. I'm talking about a buffalo chicken pierogi. I'm talking about a pulled pork pierogi. Have you ever tried stuff like this? I had one today, and I'll tell you right now, it blew my socks right off my feet. I was walking around barefoot after this thing. It was incredible. Welcome back to the podcast, guys. My name's Christian Simmons, your host of 7 Minutes with Simmons. As always, welcoming you back. And appreciative to have you here. It's episode 57. Ow, I just hit my finger. Everybody that's been listening to this show for at least the last couple of weeks, I want to say, has heard the stories of my continuous self-harm at my my full-time job. Like, I work at an ice cream store. I do. And I spend the majority of my time on catering trailers, out at events, and I somehow manage to totally destroy myself. Like, today I was at Fallsview, working behind the casino, backyard barbecue. Fantastic event, great people, great food, great tunes. Just a really good time in Niagara Falls. Yesterday, I was at Henley Island at the Canadian National Henley Regatta in St. Catharines for rowing, which I had no idea this was even a thing in St. Catharines. So, number one, that's shocking. Number two, I got to say right now, some of these rowing guys are absolutely jacked up, man, like your car. When Dave from Willoughby's fixing that thing. This guy, he comes over to the stand. He probably could have picked up my trailer and tossed it in the river. He was the biggest guy I've ever seen and really polite, really nice guy and everything. But I was so impressed with the physique of these guys. And when I think of, high-level athletes, overly physical guys, my head goes football, hockey, basketball. It goes with kind of the main ones, right? Not rowing, badminton, or foosball. You know what I mean? Like these niche sports, I don't think about that. But this guy was absolutely huge. Veins coming right down his arm. Jacked this guy. It was incredible. And you know what? I got to say, like, it was really cool to watch too. Like, just seeing some of the rowing actually happening. It was going past me on the water there. Really impressive. But like, I got to give you a lot of props. If you do like, does anybody here do rowing? I mean, if you do, where do you row? Did you row at the Henley Regatta in St. Catharines? That'd be pretty cool if you did. Let me know down in the comment section if you did. That'd be awesome. But, dude, I keep injuring myself with consistency. My knee totally buckled it yesterday. I don't know what happened. I come out of the trailer. I drop my right foot to the floor as I'm hopping out the backside. I got some stuff to do outside. It's probably donut related or I don't know. Anyways, I come out of the trailer and my knee just buckles, folds. My leg kind of slides out to the right side, and that's it. I'm limping for the rest of the day. Then I somehow, with a ladle, managed to create this bump on my finger, which is driving me nuts. It feels like it's like a hairline fracture or something. Anyways, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, these guys probably think I'm the biggest softie in the world. Serving ice cream, I'm limping, my fingers all taped up to high hell. Meanwhile, these guys are out here pushing hard for 4 kilometers in a regatta. and coming to get some ice cream as the skinniest kid they've probably ever seen is serving them some marble slabs. So that was my day yesterday and my day today, struggling to keep up with the spade and the scoop. How are you guys doing though? Hopefully we can get some interaction here. Nobody seems to comment on any of my episodes. It's really sad. Do you guys not like me? Like, what's going on here? I would love to interact. I'd love to go back and forth with some people. If I say something incorrect, my dad seems to be the only guy who calls me out. Somebody call me out. Like, I'll make mistakes on this podcast. I'll say something wrong, and my dad will send me a text like, hey, buddy, by the way, like, that was wrong what you said. It wasn't even right. Look, please, somebody, leave a comment down below. Comment, compliment, concern, question, inquiry. Leave it down below. I'd love to have a chat. Let's go back and forth, man. That's what this is for. It's a forum. We can open it up. If there's anything you want me to talk about too, always open to that. We're going to continue with the tour around the National Hockey League in the next episode. We're running out of time already, but I wanted to open up the can, so to speak, on this rowing thing. Like, no idea. And you know what? Maybe we'll get into rowing. Maybe it's a sport we can dive into. We can talk a little bit about rowing and, some of the national events, maybe some of the competitors, some of the international level athletes. I don't know nothing about, I learned quite a bit that day. I was learning about 8 boats and 4 boats and, something called a coxswain, which is the guy who sits or girl is sitting at the front of the boat, and basically their job is to show up over 100 pounds, but close to it, and just scream at these guys as they're rowing. They're like a coach. They're called oars, not paddles. Some guy almost sucker punched me in the ear. He looked at me like he wanted to kill me. I called them paddles, and he's like, they're oars. So learned a ton about rowing the other day, thinking about maybe trying my hand at a rowing podcast. But that's not in today's boat, maybe in a future one. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in. Leave a comment, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're feeling ever so kind. Also, that bell, it's there for a reason. Notifications coming to you if you want them. Stay up to date with all my episodes. That would be very nice of you. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.